अब बारिश का मौसम ना बड़ा हालत खराब कर रखी है इंटरनेट इसकी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के। बार बार ये बंद करना पड़ता कंप्यूटर। सही कहा। चलो भैया, करा फाइल करप्ट होने से तो ज्यादा बेहतर ही है यही। अब पहले तो भैया फाइल भी करप्ट हो जाती थी जब बीच में कंप्यूटर क्रैश हो जाता था लोडिंग के। फाइल तो करप्ट नहीं होने की अब। अच्छा देखते हैं, कोई वो तो नहीं रहेगा। बस आयरन कलेक्ट करना है। आयरन तो भैया मेरे को कहीं पे भी मिल जाए। डीप रोड पे क्या है? descend into the touches as long as forgotten corner of the। चलो इनर सर्कल कर ले क्या? हम्म, ऐसा करते हैं, इंक्विजिटर पास करने से पहले ना बाकी सारे ये वाले मिशन कर लेते हैं। एक तो इनर सर्कल के मुझे वैसे वाले मिशन हो तो स्काई होल्ड चलता है। टाइमली इंटरवेंशन। वो टेबल पे जाके एम्प्रेस जू लियोन को करना है और स्काई होल्ड करना है। स्काई होल्ड करना स्टॉर्म कोस्ट। देखो स्टॉर्म कोस्ट कहाँ है। Tactical camera allows you to coordinate abilities and positioning of your enemy, positioning of your entire party. The Stir Shroud, born the younger son of Man and Noble in the fields of Gislaine, Jean Mark Shroud had just finished training at the Academy's the Chevalier when he received the word that his family had been killed, ostensibly by bandits. In reality, they were victims of the Orcelian Great Game. The Sturshard planned to find his family's murderer was cut short when the Grey Warden Clarel recruited the Shroud on the advice of the Academy trainers, who did not wish to see a young promising Shalier throw his life away in the fruitless pursuit of vengeance. Unable to refuse such a request honorably, the Fish Shroud joined the Wardens and left his whole life. The Warden Shroud has served the Grey Wardens with honor for decades. He is regarded as one of the finest swordsmen in the Order, combining his study at the Academy with the years of fighting the Aspen alongside the dwarves in the Deep Road. The Warden Commander Clarel has taken him to recruiting and training new wardens.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Salvage ship. Number of the ship washed up in the shore of the Scrumpus could be salvaged for use of Inquisition. Anchedas.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
What is it?
This could help us.
Need anything?
Can we get away from the water? I'm feeling seasick already.
पत्थरों के पास आयरन होगा यहाँ पर. यार रेडली रंग को मेरे को गेट खोलने नहीं आता, कैसे खोलूं पता ही नहीं यार। मैं तो ग्रे मेमोरी तो ग्रे कर रहा हूँ।
Nothing to report, sir.
अबे इंक्विजिशन सोल्जर्स, इनसे कैसे लड़ सकते हो तुम?
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
ओके, स्काई होल्ड पे चलो भैया। आह, एक तो बैरिक से बात करनी है। रैंडी डॉग द क्वार्टरली। तलवार द sword, पानी द वाटर, चाय द टी। भाई बहुत था। ठीक है, बहुत 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 बोला भी नहीं जाता यार। Do you guys have power? If you want to be racist against British, all you need to do you guys have power? This is how the Welsh speak, I guess. They are Welsh, Scottish, Irish, and then there's England. Together they make Great Britain. But Ireland should get its independence. They cut two countries in half. One country in half. Just like what they did in India. They cut us into two. Just like they did to Israel. They cut it to two. The favorite pastime of every British civil servant is to cut a country in two. Pick out the combat trainers at whatever. Judge the prisoner. वारक वारक मारा वारक वारक तारे तू वारक वारक.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Okay, how can we use you?
Iron Bull said the chargers were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
I suspect Haven's quiet by now. Might be worth sending the boys back. We could recover some supplies, get an idea about the enemy's strength. We could even pick up any stragglers who haven't found Skyhold yet.
Can we talk about the Bull's chargers?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
What about your abilities?
Chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner.
Intelligent magic.
Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the Chief goes wherever he can hit something.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The Chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
We'll talk later.
Your Worship.
We'll talk later.
और भाई आनंद बोल मजा आ जिंदगी के.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend. Oh. I know, right? Put some chest on your
हाँ इसे
chest.
पता चल गया ड्रैगन मार रहा है.
That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn. That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean? Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect. You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us? I know, right?
चलो भैया दारू पी लो पढ़ने हो गए.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Bar dragon sacred.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way? Well, you know how we have horns.
Yep.
We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
Now I feel awkward.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
अबे कितनी दारू पिलाया बेहोश है आदमी. इसकी भी लग गई. इसकी भी लग गई. ना भैया. To good fights.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
No okay bro. और भाई कबोट कैसा है? कबोट.
Inquisitor.
And you are
The bartender, Cabot. Just the
कबोट है तेरा नाम आज से.
Expecting...
Welcome to the Inquisition.
well. Welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
Where did you train?
Did you study? I assume you're trained.
In bartending? I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home during feast day family visits. My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
How's the more?
What's the current mood?
Willful.
What's the word out there?
Someone requested a dragon flagon. I threw him out.
मैं तेरे को ड्रैगन का मटेरियल ले दूं चाहे था. ड्रैगन मारो.
Inquisitor?
मैं तो आयरन बोलूँगा.
You're doing good work, boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming. Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
You said we should go get some drink?
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Very Aristo.
I can think of worse places to go with Crimicius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Are you a woman?
Wait, are you? I didn't realize.
You didn't? Well, great. Now we can all talk about it.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunathak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the Chargers, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Impressed, quite good. How did he get a Skinner?
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Grim, what's your style?
Grim, is it? Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain. Something like that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
He's a mage.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Love. I'm impressed.
Got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
No man can beat the Chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
Hey, he got a good tea.
Hey, you need me?
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Inquisitor?
How can we use you?
Can you think of any...
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any...
Well,
Request a song. I can't even request a song as an Inquisitor. Shameful.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning? Oh, Inquisitor, I joined. Sutherland, your worship. I saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then stay out of the way. I hope I can help.
You've heard?
Of she who stands behind the throne.
Oh,
Nobility. He didn't kill his father. He was his father.
I'd like to talk with you about Temple.
yeah, I'm not really interested.
Just bounce off the edges. Some like her. The good ones remember. Like when I listened to Varric.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker. Daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
Zinth.
I'll talk to you later.
You.
Hello. कैसा भाई? पहली बार आए क्या यहाँ पे? पहली बार देखा मैंने ये नेम आपका नाम जो है पुलिस से बात कर ली अब उससे जाके बात करनी है कहाँ गया अपना ड्वार्फ कसांड्रा सेरा किधर है अपना ब्लैक वॉल पहले तो यहीं पे चलते हैं क्या हो गया? बात लग रहा है.
Heard you found something.
Yup,
Had to do
definitely found something, my friend.
with- liked to have seen it.
Tell me about the wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them. The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
Okay, we can speak later then.
Continue this at a
Okay, वो कहाँ मिलेगा मेरे को? एक तो कलन हो गया ऊपर की तरफ जजमेंट. Someone's being held in the sky hold for judgment. Okay. ऊपर की तरफ है.
have never had better.
पता नहीं कहाँ जाना है रास्ता. वैरिक का भी नहीं पता वैरिक कहाँ मिलेगा. तो कलन है अपना.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in full redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
I believe you.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Okay, good thinking.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins.
तो मतलब रेड लिरियम की वो डिस्ट्रॉय करनी पड़ेगी मेरे को जितने भी माइंस थे.
Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Okay.
Strangest thing, when I reached out, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel.
अच्छा जी, यहाँ से भी निकलता है रात. पकड़ जाओ अब.
Fertile ground.
खलीफा.
It's you. Your worship. I'm serving now. In a different way. Blessings upon us all.
Bride of the Maker. A thought on flesh, she light is ever present, and those heart cold they remember, and they shall endure. I shall sing with them the chant, and all will know we are yours, and none will stand before us. पता है लोअर तो कह रही है फिर. तो वैरिक कहाँ गया यार? वैरिक कहाँ है? मैं तो मिल क्यों दे रहा हूँ वैरिक? हाँ, इन बाकी सबसे भी तो बात कर लो। इन्होंने भी तो सुन लिया होगा मैंने ड्रैगन मारा है।
You knew where Hawk was all along.
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit.
You kidnapped me. You interrogated me. What did you expect?
Hey, enough.
You're taking his side?
Obviously.
I said enough.
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. Hawk was our only hope. He was the champion of Kirkwall. The mages respected him. And you kept him from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
That's not at fault. What's done is done.
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept him secret.
He's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Varric can't his place.
Varric's earned his right to be here, Cassandra.
Thank you.
He did bring Hawk. Late, perhaps, but Hawk is with us. As are you.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple,
He'd be dead too.
he'd be dead too. You people have done enough to him.
I believed him. He spun his story for me, and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand...
It's not at
But I
fault.
didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
We're all fools, Cassandra.
Good thing I still like you.
I'm serious.
You think I'm not?
I want you to know. I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. I don't know how it will end. But I would have it no other way.
चलो इससे बात कर ले. अब कैसांड्रा हो गई, आयरन बुल हो गया, कलन हो गया, Princess.
Hey.
What's there?
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
What's been going...
Ambassador Montelier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
I have to go.
चलो अब देखते हैं यहाँ पे आसपास कौन सा बनता है.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Magister, the...
Lord Inquisitor, Bonnie Sims at your service. I trust good secret was not too coarse. Now that you've come to some good fortune, you deserve an upgrade. As master of the tradesman, I stand ready to supply your every need.
Okay. Tradesman.
Who or what are the tradesmen?
A following of sympathetic and profit-minded individuals who promote local craftsmen and fair importers. A guild of sorts. Although that implies counter-affiliations we are not interested in crossing. Our purpose in the Inquisition is legitimate and honorable. You will have what you need at honest prices.
Sorry about Sacred died.
It's a shame Sigrid didn't survive Haven.
It is, but one must continue.
That's it?
He was a shrewd man, but he was none too pleasant. It was time arrangements were made. I shall make every effort to prove that this is an upgrade.
What can you do for me?
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
What you need, and more. It takes great coordination to make a remote location seem central. While there is no doubt the boutiques of Valroyo display the grandest of the grand, they do not travel. At least, not yet.
You're master of your group?
Why are you a mere merchant if you are the master of this group?
I wish to avoid the suggestion that I am a posturing commander atop a structure of malcontents. It is better to remain active, hands-on. Do you not agree, Inquisitor?
Yeah, but definitely agree.
We'll speak another time.
Certainly, Lord Inquisitor.
चलो देखें क्या बेच रही है.
Inquisitor.
How can I bring in commerce?
The world needs a healthy flow of goods. How can I help?
One of the major hubs is freed. Continue on this path, and you're on your way.
How are you doing? Good business?
Building. Always building. Thanks to you.
We'll speak another time.
Certainly, Lord Inquisitor.
Okay. 11:16. Hey, hi. लो भैया कोई बाहर आ सकता तो
Finally a place for the horses.
Inquisition?
That's a family.
Are your wife and daughter doing well?
Elena's minding the farms. Sienna's still running her full races. Wouldn't be fair to drag them up here. I miss them. But someone has to save the world.
Any news?
Heard anything worth noting?
Too busy to hear things. And that's how I like it.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Time to go.
All's well.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
ये भैया अपने घोड़ों के लिए बहुत से हैं ब्लैक वॉल.
I'm here. Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay. एक तो ये हो गया अपना. बैरक किधर है? बैरक आया भी नहीं. आयरन बोल सहरा का था. Cullen, Josephine, Cone, Wardroom. है ही नहीं. सारा Cassandra बैरिक है ही नहीं भाई कहीं पर भी और ये रहा बैरिक अंदर है कुछ
How do you know they won't attack here?
Someone emptied a hole.
और कोई बैरिक Are you alright?
That got a little heated. Are you all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I believe you.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry. Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
How is he?
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
You beat him before.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did he find the prison?
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
Everything died.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it, don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
I think it's not your fault.
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carta to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
ये गुट्टी कौन है और बैरिक
Hello, Inquisitor. Need something?
Honored to help with these, whatever they are.
Tell me about Red Lyrium now.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
You're a big fan.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
I need it as a gift.
I was hoping to give it to Cassandra as a gift.
Oh, come on, that's just cruel. Even the Seeker doesn't deserve that. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
Fine.
You've got a deal.
Hell yeah.
You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
हो गया?
Need something?
मेरे को कैथांडर के पास जाना पड़ेगा। याहू! और गाली देगी मेरे को।
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Can I help? Closer to what?
What are you looking for?
I suppose I'll never find them on my own. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Could they be dead?
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
What if they're infected?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Okay, what's the point? They might be there alive. They seem important to you.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
I will do so. I will absolutely do. Because anything I do in the side quest will affect the main quest.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, Your Worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
A threat makes no sense.
She'll have us flogged alive?
I believe she meant flayed alive. Her ladyship tends to confuse metaphors. It's excitable. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Are you curious? That's putting it mildly. I hope it doesn't wear on you.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
Discuss them with me.
I have time. If you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt with that mustard taint on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
A bit more than that. I didn't I didn't think about it. A bit more than that.
2.5 hours, I think, but no one's counting.
Oh, dear. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
You're delightful.
Spending time with such an engaging woman is never unpleasant, Lady Montilyet.
Harem, harem, harem.
Well,
Hell yeah.
I'm glad I haven't wasted your day. Well, I've taken up quite enough of your time already. Until next
Next time, let's go. We get a harem, a Templar, and a diplomat. Hell yeah. Sky Hole upgrade, main tower upgrade. Yeah, we got it. ये ठीक है. ये पहली बार आया हूँ मैं इस जगह पे. अपग्रेड कहाँ से करूँ मैं?
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Responsibility. Who will I judge?
Who will I be judging exactly?
Criminals.
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
The responsibility?
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Let's begin.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before.
Okay, let me save before I sit. Time to judge people. I like judging people.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat.
God.
Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first.
Hey, बेचारा goat से हमला कर रहा है.
Where should he go?
With a goat?
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Hi, God's blood.
Don't look at
क्या करो तेरा?
He meant to murder the Vinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat.
भाई बंदा सीरियस है ये भी नहीं है कि मजाक में मार रहा हूँ सीरियस होके मार रहा
The
है
remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
okay I'm an exile to Winter. My remaining boys still have brains in their head.
I don't know. He could go in that... What's it called? A gibbet? Chief Movran. He'll be placed in a gibbet to serve as an example to... someone. Then, probably released.
Gibbet? Gibbet? Gibbet?
जिबिट क्या होता है? एक मिनट जिबिट क्या होता है? गैलो होता है गैलो यार ये वाली पनिशमेंट नहीं देनी यार अच्छी पनिशमेंट नहीं है गैलो में नहीं डालना भाई जो इसने किया है बड़ा फनी है वो
What should we do with him? Where should he go?
Are you still a threat?
You're a chieftain of the Avar. Will your attacks persist?
A courtroom?
I'm in the garden to
I don't have time for idiots. Let's get this over with. Chief Movran, crimes, etc. You and your people just get out.
Push us out. You've earned it. Have fun with whoever we push back.
मेरे को दोबारा करना पड़ेगा कोई ना कोई डिस्प्रूव करेगा यार
What should we do with him? Where? Don't look at me.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Movran, but it can't be repeated. I banish you and your clan, with as many weapons as you can carry, to Devinter.
My idiot boy got us something after all.
ये वाला अच्छा डिसीजन था
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own knife, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit.
Long time coming.
After what he's done, it's time someone did.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
बहुतों को बड़ा बुरा लगेगा ये वाला डिसीजन, बहुतों को बहुत बुरा लगेगा ये।
You served a monster, Alexius. There's nothing more to be said. You'll die now by my hand. Again.
What do you mean? Again? Inquisitor, did the spell work?
मैं चाहता था तो रिसर्च पे लगा सकता था, लेकिन भैया मेरे को मैजिक से नहीं खेलना, मेरे को टाइम मैजिक से नहीं खेलना। ये अपने बेटे को बचाने के लिए कुछ भी कर रहा है, टाइम मैजिक के साथ तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं खेलना भैया।
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
First rating. I hope you like it.
I was hoping you'd be happy about it.
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking.
Like your advice.
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
So, that book you were reading.
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
Don't get me wrong. I like this side of you.
I don't swoon.
I meant the passion.
Oh, well, that's not so bad then.
Let's go. विभिन्न कहाँ है यार? मेजिड वेजिड यहाँ पे है सारे के अंदर। Solar.
Inquisitor.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
So, Alexius is dead. All the good he once stood for, his integrity, his beliefs. He betrayed them all. I won't say he didn't deserve death. I just wish there'd been another way.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Blood magic use नहीं होता टेविंटर में।
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here and what we consider blood magic are two different things.
What do you call it?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templar intervention?
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Definitely.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar or...
Maleficar क्या होता है?
Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
What about the slavery?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have
Yep.
slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
It's not like that here.
Well, we don't have slaves in the south.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
At least they have a choice.
At least they're free. They don't have slavery forced on them.
You think people choose to be poor and oppressed? I doubt it. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
Magisterium?
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All major.
चैंट्री भी इनकी मैजिक से भरी हुई है. इनके यहाँ पे भी चैंट्री है. वाह.
You use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter.
So, what are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
An Altus is?
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later. Lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Archon?
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule, then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
That's true.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically. The potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
That bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
But let me ask you something else.
Of course.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Naturally.
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary anytime my old order is involved.
Is everything well?
I trust everything is well with the mages?
Some struggle with the idea we are once again subject to control, but we are enduring. I heard of your verdict on Alexios, Inquisitor. It was all he deserved. I hope it serves as a warning for anyone, Magister or no, who thinks of trying that again.
I'll leave you to it.
Inquisitor?
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor. Inquisitor?
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate. Based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
As
Yes, Inquisitor.
तो अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं यार ड्रैगन के बारे में.
Inquisitor?
anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven should Corypheus or his lackeys return. So far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. There is something at least.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
लाइट भाग गई। चलो भाई बंद कर दे। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग एंड स्ट्रीम। हाँ, अगली बार जब वोटेबल बजाना है, अभी तो बात ही कर रहे थे।